You're sitting at your dining room table on a Saturday afternoon when your cousin Marcus shows up unannounced. Marcus is charismatic, warm, and constantly cycling through high-ambition business ideas that never seem to pan out. You pull up a chair and offer him coffee. Over the last 5 years, Marcus has developed a very predictable pattern. He borrows small amounts, $50 for groceries, $200 for a sudden car repair, and promises to pay you back by next payday. That payday comes and goes in absolute silence. Whenever you gently bring it up, he laughs it off, saying, "Bro, you're doing well. Don't sweat a few bucks." But today, Marcus isn't asking for pocket change. He leans forward, his expression dead serious, and says he needs your help securing a $25,000 commercial vehicle loan to launch a new delivery logistics company. Your internal alarm bells ring immediately. You look at him and point out the obvious. "Marcus, you still owe me $400 from last year's car fix. How can I co-sign a 5-figure loan?" Marcus waves his hand dismissively, his charm turning into defensive theater. "Are you seriously bringing up pocket change when I'm trying to build a future for our family?" He snaps. Then, the emotional manipulation shifts into high gear. He reminds you of how close you were growing up, how your grandmother would be heartbroken to see you turn your back on him, and swears on his life that this time is completely different. The bank just needs a clean credit profile to stamp the paperwork. The business revenue will cover every monthly installment automatically. You won't pay a single cent. Your name is just sitting there as a formality. The guilt trip suffocates your hesitation. You hate family friction, and you want to believe he can change. 2 days later, you find yourself standing inside a local credit union branch. Marcus is standing right beside you, whispering words of gratitude and tapping his foot anxiously. The loan officer slides a thick, multi-page agreement across the mahogany desk. You flip through the dense legal text, catching alarming phrases like joint and several liability, unconditional guarantee, and immediate collection rights. You pause, pointing out the risk to Marcus under the table. He squeezes your shoulder and whispers, "Trust me, man. Just sign it so we can get out of here." The loan officer looks at you and asks point blank if you understand that you are assuming 100% legal responsibility if Marcus defaults. Eager to end the awkward tension and preserve family peace, you push your doubts aside, grab the pen, and sign your name on the dotted line. For the first 3 months, life feels normal. The payment confirmation emails arrive like clockwork, and Marcus texts you screenshots of his growing delivery routes. You breathe a sigh of relief, thinking you actually helped him turn a corner. But by month 4, the emails stop coming. Then, on a Tuesday morning at 8:15 a.m., your phone rings with an unfamiliar number. You answer, and a cold, automated voice informs you that the monthly loan payment is 30 days past due. You call Marcus instantly. He answers on the 3rd ring, sounding rushed and irritated. "Ah, bro, cash flow hit a temporary speed bump." "Don't stress, I'll clear it next week." Next week turns into next month. Before you know it, collection agencies bypass Marcus entirely and call your office line multiple times a day. Your credit score drops by 190 points overnight, locking you out of refinancing your own mortgage. When you drive by Marcus's supposed warehouse, the lot is empty, and his phone number goes straight to a disconnected carrier. To protect your own financial survival and stop collection lawsuits from freezing your personal bank accounts, you are forced to empty your emergency savings to pay off Marcus's remaining $19,000 balance out of your own pocket. The family dynamic is completely shattered. Family gatherings are now defined by cold stares, defensive whispers, and a permanent rift. You learn a brutal, expensive lesson. A relative with a history of financial irresponsibility doesn't want a partner. They want a human shield to absorb the consequences of their bad choices. Saying no up front creates a temporary family argument. Co-signing creates permanent financial ruin. How to protect yourself. 1. Past behavior is the best predictor. If a relative has a proven track record of not returning small loans, they will almost certainly default on a major loan where you are legally bound. 2. Co-signing means borrowing. Never co-sign a loan unless you are fully prepared and financially able to pay off the entire balance yourself from day one. 3. Protect your boundaries. It is better to endure a brief family disagreement by saying no than to sacrifice your credit score, financial stability, and peace of mind for someone else's debt.